The 12 apostles of Jesus Christ were ordinary men from various walks of life, fishermen, tax collectors, tradesmen, who answered a radical call, "Follow me." They walked beside Jesus. They saw his miracles. They heard him teach truth that would shake the foundations of the world. And after his resurrection, they were sent out, into cities and villages, deserts and palaces, into freedom and captivity, to preach the gospel of Christ to every nation. But the cost of their calling was steep. Not one of them, except John, died a natural death. This is their story. This is their legacy. 1. Peter, the natural leader of the apostles, was impulsive, bold, and deeply devoted. After the resurrection, he emerged as a pillar of the early church, performing miracles and preaching fearlessly in Jerusalem and beyond. Arrested during Emperor Nero's brutal persecution, Peter was condemned to crucifixion. He famously requested to be crucified upside down, stating he was not worthy to die in the same manner as Christ. This upside-down cross became a powerful symbol of humility and unshakable faith. 2. Andrew carried the gospel northward and westward, preaching in regions of modern-day Greece and the Black Sea. His arrest followed his conversion of several Roman citizens, including the governor's wife. Refusing to recant, Andrew was sentenced to die on an X-shaped cross. Tied, not nailed, he hung for 2 days, using the time to preach to crowds who gathered. His death exemplified quiet endurance and faithful proclamation to the end. 3. James, son of Zebedee. One of the sons of thunder, James was known for his passionate spirit. As a member of Jesus' inner circle, he witnessed the transfiguration and the agony in Gethsemane. Around 44 AD, Herod Agrippa I executed James by the sword, likely beheading him, making him the first apostolic martyr. An early church record says his calm, confident demeanor moved a guard to profess Christ and be martyred alongside him. 4. John, brother of James, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was unique among the 12. Tradition says Roman authorities attempted to execute him by boiling him alive, but he survived unharmed. He was exiled to Patmos, where he received and recorded the book of Revelation. Despite a life filled with suffering, John remained steadfast in love and truth, dying peacefully at an old age in Ephesus. His survival amid persecution is seen as divine providence to preserve his final message. 5. Philip preached in Asia Minor and was especially effective in converting high-ranking officials. He was martyred in Hierapolis, modern-day Turkey, where he was scourged and crucified upside down after converting a Roman proconsul's wife. Even in agony, he preached until his last breath. His confrontation of power through truth highlights the clash between gospel values and imperial rule. 6. Bartholomew, also known as Nathanael. A man described by Jesus as without deceit, Bartholomew carried the gospel as far as India and Armenia. After converting many, including the brother of a local king, he was arrested. Accounts say he was flayed alive, his skin stripped while he was still conscious, then beheaded. This gruesome martyrdom became a powerful testimony of unwavering loyalty. Bartholomew's image often appears in art holding his own skin, symbolizing his fearless witness. 7. Thomas, once known for doubt, became one of the most courageous evangelists. He traveled to India, established Christian communities, and baptized thousands. Local opposition rose as conversions increased. In Mylapore, near Chennai, he was run through with spears by pagan priests. His transformation, from skeptic to fearless missionary, is one of the most dramatic and inspiring in Christian history. 8. Matthew, the former tax collector turned gospel writer, brought Christianity to Ethiopia and Persia. He faced hostility from local authorities who feared his influence. While celebrating the Eucharist, he was stabbed in the back. Matthew's journey from societal outcast to evangelist reflects the redemptive power of grace. His death, while ministering during worship, symbolizes the ultimate offering of one's life in service. 9. James, son of Alphaeus. Known as James the Less, he is often overshadowed but no less faithful. Early church tradition states he was thrown from the temple's pinnacle by scribes and Pharisees for proclaiming Christ. Surviving the fall, he was beaten to death with a fuller's club. His martyrdom mirrors that of Christ, rejected by religious leaders, faithful unto death. 10. Thaddeus, also known as Jude, son of James. Little is known about Thaddeus beyond his epistle. He preached across Mesopotamia, Syria, and possibly Libya. In Persia, he faced intense pagan opposition. He was beaten and killed with an axe, some say alongside Simon the Zealot. Though obscure, his legacy lies in his passionate appeal in his letter to contend for the faith that was once for all delivered to the saints. 11. Simon the Zealot. Formerly a political radical, Simon's life was transformed by the peace of Christ. He spread the gospel in Egypt and Persia. In Persia, he reportedly suffered a gruesome death, either crucifixion or being sawn in half. Simon's martyrdom reflects how God can redirect even the most intense passions for kingdom purposes. 12. Judas Iscariot. The apostle who betrayed Jesus for 30 silver coins. Overwhelmed with remorse, Judas returned the money and hanged himself. His tragic end serves as a powerful warning against unrepentant sin, spiritual deception, and the cost of rejecting grace. Matthias. Elected to replace Judas, Acts 1, Matthias took up the apostolic mission and preached in regions around the Caspian Sea. He was stoned and beheaded for his preaching. Though not mentioned often, his faithful service and martyrdom sealed his role as part of the 12. Each of these men could have denied Christ and saved their lives, but they chose otherwise. They chose the cross, the sword, the prison, the pain, because they had seen the risen Christ, and they knew without a doubt that he was worth everything. Their deaths are not just tales of tragedy. They are testimonies of truth. Would you have stood as they did?